How do we protect our infrastructure from DHCP spoofing attacks? We implement a feature called DHCP Snooping. So let's get these terms straight. Spoofing, bad. Snooping, good. We got to keep that in mind. Spoofing, bad. Snooping, good. So here's what happens with DHCP snooping. We monitor the flow of DHCP messages in the environment. So what type of DHCP messages do we have? We have discover, offer, request, acknowledge. DORA. The discover message is the broadcast message that is sent by clients when they are trying to discover the DHCP server. The offer message is the one that comes back from the DHCP server saying, here I am, this is what I have to offer you. The request goes from the client back to the DHCP server requesting that the DHCP server officially gives that to the client, and then we have our acknowledgement that comes back from the DHCP server acknowledging that it did so. So what we can do with DHCP snooping is monitor the flow of DORA messages. That's what we can monitor. And as a result of monitoring them, we can determine whether that message came into the correct port. So it's based on an ingress function. So you turn on DHCP snooping, and what happens is every single port becomes untrusted. Every single one. And you need to remember this. As soon as you turn on DHCP snooping, every single port is untrusted. However, untrusted ports only allow inbound discovers and requests. That is good. That's good. That's what we want. Because here's the deal. When we have our attacker down here, way down here, if the port they're connected to is untrusted, it means that when they send an offer message, it's not going to get through. Because offer messages are not allowed inbound on untrusted interfaces. That's how we're preventing that rogue DHCP server from sending offers back to the other clients in the network. So that rogue DHCP server can still receive the discover messages. But as soon as it tries to offer, nope, it gets stopped right there on the interface it's connected to because it's untrusted. However, since every single interface is untrusted, we now have an issue. How do we get those offers and acknowledgments from the DHCP server back to the client? Well, we have to manually configure trusted interfaces. We have to manually configure trusted interfaces. So those interfaces that would accept those offer messages coming back from the DHCP server, we would explicitly configure as trusted interfaces. That way there, the flow of DHCP offers and acknowledgments can come back to those clients that requested them. So never, ever, ever set up a trusted interface on a port that goes down to an end station unless that end station has to give out DHCP addresses to end stations, and typically it won't unless it is a trusted DHCP server. Another option we have to protect against denial of service attacks from this attacker going all the way to the DHCP server by trying to exhaust its pool is we can set a limit on the number of DHCP discover messages that can be received inbound on this interface. So we can set it up on a packets per second basis. We can only accept so many packets per second inbound on this interface. If not, then we have a violation on our hands from that particular attacker. So we can suppress the chances or slow down the chances of having that denial of service attack happening.